Hey everybody, this is Casey Magic Swell with the Muse Effect. This is a video that's going to be about knowing a little bit of the differences between the left brain and the right brain and how to tune into the left brain and right brain to also perceive your consciousness outside of your body. So there's been a lot of debate and a lot of things that have come up over a period of time, which of course is becoming more known through the internet, through social media, about whether our soul and our consciousness is completely one within our body or if it expands outside of our body. And if you've tuned into previous videos I've made, a lot of them are about astral projections. So from my perspective and my personal experience, our consciousness, our soul is definitely one within us and also one without and around us, expanding and sharing space and energy and giving and receiving at all moments in time with the world and physical matter and other people's energy that are involved with us on a regular basis. And also far expanding that past a regular basis, but at a grander scale. So your left brain is control of your right side of your body. And the left brain is a much more logical and analytical side of your body, is all about science and math and strategic thinking and processing thoughts that we know to be fact. The right side of your brain is much more about the creative flow and the arts, but is in control of the left side of your body. So sometimes I do intuitive readings with people where, say, I have a bag of rocks, and I call it my bag of tricks. And I mix a lot of herbs in there and a lot of crystals in there. And so when I have people go to pull a gift from the bag of rocks, my bag of tricks, I always have them use their left hand, because the right brain, the intuitive side of your mind, is tuning in to the left side of your body. So instinctually, it will know, and you will know on an unconscious, subconscious, and conscious level, what it is that is meant for you. With that being said, there are little tools that I began to notice over a period of time, little tricks of observation that happened for me, where when people discuss something and they're in conversation with you and they're telling a story, you can see as they focus on the left side of their brain, they're looking left, and so they're almost contemplating this analytical aspect of things, the logical mind, the facts that they have about telling this specific story. And then when they trail off to something more creative and they're piecing things together, they're looking more right. And I think for some people it is different, that they can project vice versa, left or right. And I know there's tricks out there about being able to know how someone lies based on a direction they're constantly looking, which I thought was left. I might have to research that again. So with that being said, I began to notice how people would communicate with me based on the different sides of the brain that they were tapping into. And then over a period of time, through my deep meditations, I became aware, while in trance, in a meditative state, as if, as an example, opening up the chakras in my body and getting the energy points flowing, I would be looking at myself, opening up the chakras, opening up the colors in my body, these energy points, from over here. I was not center in my mind and one with my body, watching the points open up over top of me and being one, being centered. I was visualizing it from an imaginative state, a creative state, from this psychic, intuitive, right side part of my brain. And I began to realize that my consciousness is outside of my body, working in tune with the right side of my brain in my mind and visualizing what I needed to see to meditate. As well, I would think about things in my meditation that would come up from conversations I had that day, or experiences I had that day, thoughts of things that were facts for me that I had already experienced as the energy of my day is processing through going into that meditative state to get my mind clear. Everything that was coming in that I was visualizing that had already been done was happening as if I was looking at a movie reel or a picture from the left side of my brain, my mind, but was out here in this other place. And so I became more aware of the need to be centered, where I could center my left and right brain and bring in balance that artistic side and that logical side and become more whole, forcing myself to really picture those energy points and the chakras and the colors opening from below, straight through, not just visualizing myself looking at myself doing it, and not just contemplating things that happened in my day from out here and looking through it, but by bringing myself center, I was able to feel more deeply and become more aware of why I was holding on to this image of what had happened and why I was processing it longer, or become more aware of why I was visualizing myself from a creative place in this mode instead of forcing myself to be completely center and present. So this video is a little bit of inspiration for you yourself when in your meditative state to become more in tune with your left and your right side of your bodies, your mind, your brain, and connecting with those specific energy points that you can become aware of how you're visualizing and tapping into your consciousness, your soul, your essence, your auric field outside of your physical body. And knowing when it's good to hone into that and how to utilize that on either sides, right or left, logical or artistic, and how to bring it center within you to find balance. So if you have any further questions about this in particular, please feel free to ask. I would love to share. Thanks for tuning in.